Well, good evening, Jets fans. This is GreenBean here for another late night chat. See, a lot's happened today, and there's a lot to talk about. Don't forget, I live in an RV, so if anybody moves around, the camera may shake a bit. But that's okay. We're old friends, and you don't mind. Before I get really started, one thing. If you get the opportunity, please like and subscribe both my Green Bean Jetsfan YouTube channel and Jetnation's YouTube channel. I make content for both, and they're both good places to subscribe to, in my opinion. But today is a big day, and before I go ahead and make my podcast this weekend, I wanted to take a minute and discuss some of it with you. See, today was the Robert Saleh introductory press conference, and I got a couple of things. I'm not going to grab onto the same takeaways that everybody else did because sometimes we talk about these same topics over and over and over, and it just becomes humdrum, and I don't really like to do that if I can avoid it. So, one thing I'll say before I get into my goods, wasn't it nice? Wasn't it nice when our last experience was what it was? Wasn't it nice? The worst thing he did was fidget with his fingers a little bit, which is nothing. That was about the only negative you can find. Although Rich Cimini did come out with a negative this evening on Twitter, which said Robert Saleh hasn't met Woody Johnson yet. Pretty odd, since that's his new boss. Trying to find and set up a potentially negative stream. What do you expect from the Jets beat? Today was essentially a very positive day. They couldn't even make it 24 hours with leaving it alone. So that's what they found. He hasn't met Woody Johnson. Oh my God. But that brings me to point number one. We were talking a long time. A couple of my podcasts, a couple of videos, obviously on Jetnation. We've gone round and round and round all over Twitter. Is the hierarchy of the Jets going to stay the same with the coach and GM reporting both to the owner? See that? I meant they're on an equal level, owner up here. No. Now, I said this numerous times. A lot of people agreed with me, but a lot of people feared otherwise because the Jets are a scary team, man, and they do scary stuff. But we had a good feeling that when Adam Gase was gone, Joe Douglas was going to assume primary positioning in the organization. The football side of the New York Jets organization was going to be the boss, and any coach that he hired would be under him, and Joe Douglas would be the one reporting to the owners. Imagine this. Today it became official. Joe Douglas is the top of the Jets. Robert Saleh will report to him. Joe Douglas will report to the Johnsons. Now, that's not to say that Robert Saleh won't have communication at some points with the Johnsons, of course. But as far as who he takes his marching orders from, it's Joe Douglas. The Johnsons won't be coming in giving mixed signals or anything like. They're not going to tell him what players that they want. That'll be with Joe Douglas. They'll have those discussions. Robert Saleh is going to do one thing: coach. He's going to coach the football team. He's not going to have to worry about whether or not he agrees with Joe Douglas or anything like that. That's his boss. Now, we haven't had that in a while. We all know that the Todd Bowles Mike McCagnon relationship was not very healthy, and partly because of that hierarchy structure. It wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't good, was the word I'm looking for. It was bad. So that is over. It's over as of today officially, but it was really over the moment Adam Gase was fired. Once they got rid of him, they were gonna. Joe Douglas was gonna set up a proper structure, and be happy, Jets fans. It's now official. So Rich Cimini's little comment about Robert Saleh not meeting his boss, it doesn't matter. I've had plenty of managers that worked for me, never met the board of directors. I talk to the board of directors as the executive director, and the managers and other directors talk to me. It's very healthy. It's very healthy. They never met the board. It doesn't matter, Rich Cimini. Stop trying to dig for something in a beautiful day. Today was a beautiful day. No freaky taco videos coming out with eyes chasing it all over the place. So take solace. Joe Douglas is the boss, and Joe Douglas knows what the hell he's doing. It's a good day. The other thing is this I'm going to take away from the press conference today. The Quinnen Williams comment. Did you hear what he said? They're going to take the seatbelt off Quinnen Williams' harness and let him go. Now, many of you already know, I happen to like Greg Williams as a defensive coordinator. He speaks to the kind of football that I grew up with that I like. I tend to be more inclined to relate with that like balls to the wall, tough guy. You make mistakes, but you go for it kind of a thing. Like that cover zero blitz against the Raiders. That's my kind of call. It is. But I like Greg Williams. But there have been numerous complaints. One, well, most notably being Myles Garrett in the Cleveland Browns on the Cleveland Browns when Greg Williams was let go and he became the DC of the Jets. Myles Garrett said that Greg Williams had him doing a lot of space eating and specific moves. He wouldn't let him use his entire repertoire of pass rushing moves and all that. And he felt that Greg Williams held him back as a player. Now, Greg Williams was saying, hey, man, you do your damn job for the team. And if you don't get the numbers, it doesn't matter as long as the team succeeds. And I do get that. But Quinnen Williams, as we've known, his role for the past 2 years with the Jets has been a lot of the time to take up space, to clog and plug the holes. I said clog. It's a weird word, clug, but I like it. It felt good, although I know it was wrong, so I had to correct it. But his job was to plug the holes, and that sometimes would hurt sack numbers, tackle for loss numbers, all that. He did his job, and the thing is, Quinnen Williams never complained about it. But as we saw this year, they took the reins off a little bit. He got improved numbers, but we all know that especially his rookie season, that's a lot of what Quinnen Williams did. He played his role in the defense, which a lot of times didn't come with a lot of the bells and whistles and stats and things that we like to see from the number 3 overall pick. But Greg Saleh, and by Greg Saleh, I mean Robert Saleh, said today one of his goals. Well, first he said, I love Quinnen Williams, and that one of his goals was to take the seatbelt off of his harness and let him go. And that has to be exciting, Jets fans. We haven't even seen Quinnen Williams yet, and he had a very good year. 8 sacks, a bunch of tackles for loss, a bunch of other tackles, and that was missing a couple games. So the kid he's just coming into his own, and Robert Saleh, Greg Saleh, is going to take him under his wing and really get him to produce probably to his greatest potential. And that has to be exciting. That comment and that comment alone made me love this press conference. We're going to take the seatbelt off Quinnen Williams' harness. So these are good things. I hope that you enjoyed the press conference today. I'll say one other little tidbit. Wasn't that funny when he just said that Albrecht was going to call the plays? I didn't know who the hell he was talking about. I don't think we had an official announcement. At least I didn't see it. It was like we found out during the conference. Oh yeah, and Albrecht is the defensive coordinator. Wait, who's calling plays? But that's a good thing. Last, I guess, one more little tidbit is that Salah's plan is to be the head coach, to run and manage the team. LaFleur is going to call the offense. Albrecht is going to call the defense. Saleh, while he'll obviously have input with the game plans and all that, that's not his job during the game. He's going to manage the whole thing, and it has been far too long since we've seen that. The last time we had it was Bill Parcells for the 3 years we had him. So out of our entire history, man, very few times have we had an actual head coach that wasn't involved with one side of the ball. It's been collectively a few minutes of our Jets fandom, but we have it now. Be excited about it. I hope you're having a good night. Get some rest, GreenBean, will you? Go Jets.